Hello everyone, welcome to week 7 of the Atomy ABR program. Last week we learned about some concepts that we can follow in order to become successful. We have more great presentations for you today. First, we will learn about how the points earned from Atomy products can turn into commission for you. Then we'll go into deeper detail about the 8 steps to success that was introduced to you last week. We should really pay attention today so we can learn how Atomy can be the tool that you can use to become successful.
We sell at absolute prices. It's common sense for these products to be sold to anyone. Products that are even 50K earners are bound to use. We only supply high-quality products that nobody can beat. Atomy sells truly high-quality products at the lowest prices that nobody else can match. This is our company's policy. These are absolute quality products. Absolute quality products aren't relatively better. They're the highest quality, which no one can beat. We sell those quality products at absolute prices. Absolute price is not relative price, which is about winning based on having a lower price than the competition. We sell absolute quality products at the lowest prices, which nobody else can beat. We call this mastige. Mass refers to the masses, or the general public. Tige is for prestige or luxury. So we're saying this is a mastige product. It's a luxury product, but sold at a price that anybody can afford. We call it the mastige strategy. We don't have any competitors right now, but if we do well, there's going to be others who try to copy us. They won't come out throwing soft punches. To go up against a company like ours, they'll take the time to really prepare something. Even then, we'll make it so that they cannot follow us nor even dream of catching up. We'll create a barrier to entry itself. They'll think, we can't even imagine making such luxury cosmetics for that price. So we make it so that they can't even enter the market at all. I was a soldier in the army. And what I did there was build telephone lines. If war broke out, I'd have to be able to do this work very quickly, so there was a telephone pole climbing race. It was a contest to see who could climb a telephone pole the fastest. They usually went up and down a standing telephone pole, which took around 18 seconds. And while I was practicing, I was very curious about how many seconds it took my competitors in the other divisions. And what would it take for me to place first? So, I did an experiment. I put the telephone pole on its side and ran from one end to the other and back. That took me 3.8 seconds. Then, is it possible for someone to go up and down a standing telephone pole in less than 3.8 seconds? No, it's not. 3.8 seconds was my goal, my absolute goal. If I were to somehow achieve this impossible goal, unless somebody laid the pole down on its side and ran across it, there wouldn't be anyone who could do it faster going up and down. This is an absolute goal. An absolute goal is something that no one can possibly do better. You set this goal and seek ways to achieve it. If there's a good product that's being sold at the mart, we sell it for cheaper. I found this toothbrush at the mart. After trying dozens of toothbrushes and testing them in all kinds of different ways, I decided on this toothbrush that I could use for the rest of my life. My gums were all swollen from brushing my teeth so many times in a day during my search. After finding this, I found that the original price was 2,200 Korean won. There's usually 2+1 sales at this price, right? You get something extra, right? So with that, it came out to around 1,600 Korean won. But we sell this for 980 Korean won. Then where would you buy it from? You'd buy it from Atomy. If you're thinking that this toothbrush is really good and cheap, then you can tell other people, try this toothbrush. It's cheap and it's good. You can just say it like that. I've tried this and it's good. Try it. This is the price. And then they're all going to use it. Based on common sense, our products are bound to get sold. Even new companies that will be founded in the future won't be able to follow after us. This is Atomy's strategy right here.
Hello, the name is Wayne Yap, Shenrose Master from Atomy Canada, and welcome to another round of the ABR course. Now, what am I here to do today? I'm here to explain to you the practical tips for PV and commission. So now we're all Atomy consumers. I mean, that's not even it's a bold statement, yes, but it's not even a question, right? We're all Atomy lovers. So we should learn more about how the PV works and the possibility of you earning commissions and payouts. So here's an example. Let's just say you go out to any of those generic stores, mom and pop stores or the big brand stores, to label a few, like the store name with a title S or the T's or you do your imagination, you know what I'm talking about, where they actually give you the rebate system where you collect points and you get to use the points for product purchases in the future. Now, for those places, if you like that product and it goes on sale, what happens? You usually go out and tell all your friends about it. But then that ends there. The only winners are those stores. But when you do this in Atomy, guess what? You all win. You all get to save money, you all get to collect points, and you get money back. And not just in the form of points. You get money back straight into your pocket where you can use it for anything else. So what's stopping all of you from actually jumping onto the Atomy shopping mall? There's none. So let's get right onto it, right? That's the given. So before I introduce to you how to receive commission, I guess I should briefly go over the Atomy's PV points and much like how when you sign up for a program in any of those big stores, they tell you how you collect points, how you can redeem it, how you can use it. Atomy Shopping Mall offers a variety of categories. If you haven't checked the website, you'll see that we have ranges from healthcare to daily consumptions. We've got beauty products. We've even got food, right? So there's a multitude of categories, but let's just say I pick one particular category, daily home use. Now there's the toothbrush, there's a toothpaste, and there's like the hand soap, and then there's what else? And there's the body cleanser. That's only $45.90, but then guess what? Every single time you purchase on the Atomy Shopping Mall with your ID, you're collecting points. Now, Atomy's Shopping Mall has points listed under each product, much like so, and you'll see it popping up right now. all products, when you look at them in the shopping mall, will have the pricing and the PV right below. And those PV is essentially points for every single time you purchase that particular product. So how is the commission actually earned? Now you understand, okay, so there's the PV, there's the points. So how can we earn commission? That's usually the biggest question. So the amount of commission that you can earn is calculated based on your own personal PV and your downline's PV. Now it's separated into two categories, okay? The PV is separated into two categories. One is your personal PV, okay? Personal PV is essentially consumption that you consume yourself. So every single time you use your own ID and purchase, that's personal PV. Now, your downline's PV, which is what happens when you start sharing, okay, that is called group PV. And that's endless. That's unlimited. That means that whatever they make purchases, whenever, you're going to collect all their points. And they could be anywhere around the world. As long as Atomy is open in that country, you should start telling them about it. Because who doesn't want great products? And who doesn't want to save money? Oh, I definitely do. And I'm certain you do, because you're already here. You're watching this video, right? So how can we earn commission? Well, in Canada, what's the first thing you need to do? You have to make sure that you're an absolute member. So how can you become an absolute member? Well, first off, you need to submit for sure your own government ID, your official SIN document, and then your direct deposit info. Once those three are submitted, you essentially will become an absolute member. And from there, now you have to make sure that you become and qualify as an agent. So what is an agent? Well, an agent essentially means that you have to have around 300,000 PV in your own personal account. And then from there onwards, whenever you start sharing and whenever your group PV, your downlines start making purchases, you're just going to be banking in on it and then hopefully qualify for the commission. So how hard is it to achieve the 300,000 PV? Well, it's actually quite simple. Now, theoretically, if you purchase something every single month, because you're now a loyal user, it'll easily rack up to 300,000 points because it's accumulated. So, for example, if you buy a box of Hemo Hemp, Red Ginseng, Synergy Ampule, Absolute Set, and Evening Care, well, that's already 300,000 PV. Sounds like a lot, but guess what? When you check out, you're going to be surprised with the pricing, because what I just mentioned, that's quite a bit of product and that will last you quite a while. Okay? And that's just, beauty products, healthcare. Now if you throw in everything else, the daily stuff, toothbrush, toothpaste, the shampoo, conditioner, the potato ramen, oh, you're going to go above and beyond. So don't worry about the PV. The PV will come to you naturally because you'll love all the products that you consume in Atomy. So now that we know that, okay, we have to become an agent. What happens after you become an agent? Well, now when you become an agent, you have to start sharing with members on left and right, which is your downline. So as long as you share and register members on your left and right, and then they in turn get as excited as you and me when we look at the Atomy website, and guess what? You'll start seeing the commission in return. So to achieve the commission, as I mentioned before, is to achieve your own personal PV first, and then the group PVs. That way, it will allow you to get your payout. So here's an example. A smart consumer, Jane. She herself becomes a loyal user. She loves the products. Then what happens? Well, she starts buying products, and then sooner or later, she becomes an agent. And obviously, when I mentioned that, she's already an absolute member. Then she decides to share with her sister and her friend. And guess what? Her sister and friend also buy stuff. And guess what? They both hit 300,000 PV. And when that happens, you get Jane here, smart Jane here, will probably receive roughly around $60 Canadian. Okay? And that's cash, direct deposit into your account. So if you want to use that money and go and have a nice dinner, great. If you want to use that money to purchase more products, guess what? It's almost like a discount for Atomy products. Now, what happens? It doesn't end there. What happens is Now the sister of Jane might go, I want to share with other friends. Because guess what? We all have our own friend circle and network. And guess what? They start to buy stuff too. And then they both all hit 300,000 PV. Guess what? Your sister, no, sorry, not your sister, but Jane's sister now gets paid. Isn't that great? It's like a win-win situation. And guess what? At the same time, you have also collected points. Now, what about your other friend on the other side? Well, she's also excited. So what happens? She also decides to share. And then guess what? She decides to share on her left and right also. And what happens? They both hit 300,000 PV. And then she gets paid. And now, guess what? Everyone gets paid too, right? The original people, your sister, sorry, Jane's sister, Jane herself and her friend have all gotten paid. But smart Jane here was paid twice. So you see, this keeps on going and multiplies at a phenomenal rate. And this is something, this is where Atomy magic happens. And you'll see it too when you start sharing. So, what do you need to do? Start trying it out. Get yourself up there. Get yourself to be an absolute member. Get yourself up to 300,000 PV, and then start sharing. Because everyone loves sharing. Who doesn't love sharing? Because sharing doesn't cost anything. So, put yourself out there and start sharing, because you're going to love it. That is all for PV and commissions on the practical tips. I hope that helps you, and I'll see you next time.